The fall of a queen, from divine love to demonic descent. Once, she was a queen radiant, loved, and cherished. Alex had given her everything: sobriety, peace, warmth, and a love that felt like home. Her mind was sharp, her spirit lifted, and her heart full, but somewhere along the way, she made a choice that would unravel everything. It started subtly, a whisper in her ear, a pull towards something darker. She began to entertain temptations, inviting people of both genders into Alex's home while he was away. It wasn't just lust. It was a demonic attachment she'd caught from Brian and her tomboy companion, who had hexed her, twisting her desires and clouding her judgment. What began as a game of manipulation, a triangular dance to siphon Alex's energy, turned into a downward spiral she couldn't control. Alex had been her chance at ascension, a divine partner who could have lifted her to heights she'd never imagined. But instead of choosing growth, she chose chaos. She turned her back on the light and ran straight into the arms of Marcus, her ex, a man who was everything Alex wasn't. Abusive, a crook, a drug addict, and an alcoholic, Marcus was a storm she willingly walked into. She traded her crown for a life of cloud chasing and gold digging, selling her soul for fleeting moments of false power. Now, she's a fallen angel, cursed by her own impulsive choices. The STD she carries is more than a physical ailment. It's a symbol of her spiritual decay. She stole, lied, and manipulated, refusing to heal or awaken to the truth of her actions. The black magic she wielded to control others has now turned on her, leaving her trapped in a cycle of destruction. The moral of her story is clear. Impulsive choices and reckless changes can lead to a fall from grace. She had the chance to rise, to become something divine, but she chose the path of darkness, and heal or awaken to the truth of her actions. The black magic she wielded to control others has now turned on her, leaving her trapped in a cycle of destruction. The moral of her story is clear. Impulsive choices and reckless changes can lead to a fall from grace. She had the chance to rise, to become something divine, but she chose the path of darkness. And now, she's left with the consequences: a life of curses, regret, and the haunting knowledge that she threw away her chance to be a queen. The physical and spiritual betrayal. Alex had always been a man of integrity, a man who valued honesty and loyalty above all else. When he discovered her betrayals, he refused to play her games. He called her out, exposing her lies and manipulations. But instead of facing the truth, she doubled down, enlisting a group of enablers, groupies who fed her ego and encouraged her destructive behavior. Together, they orchestrated a campaign to smear Alex's name, using the courts as a weapon. They filed false claims, manipulated legal documents, and even forged signatures to gain access to his inheritance. They believed they could break him, that they could siphon his wealth and energy to fuel their own twisted desires. But Alex was no fool. He saw through their schemes and fought back with everything he had. He hired private investigators, uncovered their lies, and exposed their crimes. The courts, once a tool of their manipulation, turned against them. The inheritance they had tried to steal was returned to its rightful owner, and they were left with nothing but their shame and regret. The fallout. Now, she's a shadow of her former self, a fallen angel cursed by her own choices. The STD she carries is a constant reminder of her reckless behavior, a physical manifestation of her spiritual decay. She refuses to heal, clinging to her pride and ego even as her world crumbles around her. Marcus, the man she thought would save her, has only dragged her deeper into the abyss. He's abusive, a drug addict, and a gold digger, using her for his own gain. She's become a side piece, a pawn in his twisted games, and now she's even resorted to prostitution to survive. The groupies who once cheered her on have turned their backs on her, leaving her to face the consequences of her actions alone. The courts have exposed her crimes, and she's left with nothing but the haunting knowledge that she threw away her chance at a better life. The moral of the story. The moral of her story is clear. Impulsive choices and reckless changes can lead to a fall from grace. She had the chance to rise, to become something divine, but she chose the path of darkness. And now, she's left with the consequences: a life of curses, regret, and the haunting knowledge that she threw away her chance to be a queen.